Right, I've indicated the bed on the inside of the T-slot using, I haven't got a proper stand for it yet, and I keep on meaning to make one. It's just an M4 screw for now, an M4 collet, M4, 4mm collet or 8 collet, and I swept the inside of the T-slot, obviously that on, and the power feed for the full extent. You might as well, if you can do it for the full extent. I see people tramming mills, and they're only using one little section for what is normally mill, the sizes at the mill. You might as well get a long bar, tram the entire length of the bed, and if it's 0.01 out for the entire length of the bed, then it's a lot better tolerance for the middle, rather than 0.01 out for that section. Might as well do it for the whole lot, but anyway, I digress. So I've swept the entire length of the central T-slot, and the reason why is I took the paint off already, but that's a rough casting texture on the back, so that's going to have a draft angle on it. In fact, you might be able to see there as well. So the idea is to mill all of that back off, back edge off, not including the foot obviously, just up. So this drill bit's an end mill, just a little bit higher, so you've got about 13mm, 12 to 13mm, something like that depth. And as far as the bed length will let me go, which is, you can see the stops there, so that's easy enough anyway. But anyway, I'll get on with it. The reason for these is because there's a boss on the bottom. You can see there, it's come off already. So it started milling. You see it just clipping in the middle lot. And now it's going deeper. So it's intermittent. The depth is very different. You can see there, just barely. Instead of catching the bottom of the end mill's only catching there, and it's getting smoother towards the top there, so it's very, very rough cast at the back. Right, it's gone deeper again. Yeah, very deep, but I like the sound of it. I'll come back to you. Bit of a shunky setup this is for the camera. So about this, you can see how it's hit and miss all the way along there, hopefully anyway. I don't really want to move this. off and take it off to show you and then put it back on. It's a lot of indicating. So I'll carry on until that's all smooth at the full depth for the entire length. This is the problem that I had. Now the only way to set this, the angle, the only way to check to see if the angle is right is a scale at the end. You know how accurate eyeballs are. I've set that to 0. Depends on also where that is and how that's been described. But I've got the bed as far as it will go this way because it's rack and pinion. Should have stopped there, I made another one, same as that, but it collides with this. So I have to make another one now that's shorter. It doesn't collide with this casting. But as I turn this, I'll turn this light off because it's flaring. Right, I've set that to 0, as close to 0 as I can get that indicator. It's a long range one. If I turn the dial now, out the wheel, that's quite a bit out. That's 0.8. I'll say 0.9 because it was the other side of 0, wasn't it? So that's 0.9 of a millimetre across that length from about there to there. So it's not a million miles away, but if you're cylindrical grinding, that will put a taper on. So now is the task of getting this trimmed, with getting the top bed trimmed with the bottom bed. Right, I seem to have done it. As close as the machine surface will give me anyway. I haven't got the facility to grind, surface grind. I've only got this one surface grinder, so I can't surface grind it if I took the bed off it. But that's it. That's now trimmed in. It's a bit of a sloppy. You've got backlash in the indicator. It's a bit of a cheap Draper indicator. So you've got a little bit of slop in it as well. In the back, you've got a bit of backlash in the indicator, and also stability of it isn't fantastic either. You know what I mean? It's up in the air like that. So what I'm thinking of, that's not a thick casting. It looks like it is. It's not. It's quite thin. That's a lip that comes down. So I'm thinking I might get a small base here for a magnetic indicator. Zoom out a little bit because it's wobbling a bit, isn't it? Look at that mess. I'm getting a skip soon. A lot of stuff's going to be thrown away. But getting like a magnetic indicator. So bolt a block to that that's lower than this bed in case I need to swing it. And then just indicate off the back with a magnetic base. So that's going to be a lot more stable to indicate than with this big arm on a curved surface, because that doesn't take much to rock that. So yeah, that's job done anyway. I'll call that a job complete. Now I can forget me, well, cut down on the yak shaping it a little bit and get some actual work done, like dressing this.